Hi, how are you? My name's Mr. Han. What's your full name?
I'm fine, Mr. Hung. My full name is Nguyễn Bảo Hoàng Lâm.
What shall I call you?
You can just call me Lâm.
Okay, when did you start studying English, Lam?
I started studying English when I was in grade 2. I studied English at primary school, and it's an obligatory subject, and there was no choice for me.
When did you start studying communicative English?
I started studying communicative English 2 years ago at my tutor's home.
Why do many Vietnamese people need to study English nowadays?
With the development of economy nowadays, globalization has also increased and many people have to be well educated to be offered good jobs. Vietnam is not the exception. Many Vietnamese people need to have a good jobs, and so they need to have a good basis of English, and if they want to acquire it, they have to try their best in learning the language.
Are you studying English every day or not?
I'm studying English every day, of course, because all the subjects that I'm taking in university now are taught in English.
How much time do you spend on studying English at home?
I spend about 3 hours a day to practice English skills. I really want to spare more time for it. However, I have a lot of homework assignments to do.
Are you taking any proficiency English courses?
Yes, I'm taking the IELTS course at my tutor's class. The course is expected to help me improve all of the English skills.
In your opinion, what's the easiest English skill? And please explain your idea.
For me, I think speaking is the easiest one because I have a talent in speaking English and I don't have to spend a lot of time for it.
And what's the most difficult thing about studying English?
Of course, studying phrasal verbs is very confusing. As an example, when we take the word get, we can form get in, get on, get off, and so on. And when the word get goes with a noun, it can form different meaning.
Where are you studying English?
I'm studying English at my tutor's class. This is the private class not too far from my home.
How many days a week do you go to your English class?
I go to my English class twice a week, Tuesday evening and Saturday afternoon.
Do you often read?
I rarely read because I don't like reading much.
Do you often read English materials?
Sometimes I read English materials and they are the books of my majors in university.
Do you read English materials on the internet?
I hardly read English materials on the internet. As you can see, the reason is that I don't like reading.
What kind of English materials do you often read on the internet?
The English materials that I would like to read on the internet is the news about shoes because one of my hobbies is collecting shoes and I want to get more information about their origins.
Do you often watch English movies?
Yes, I've watched a lot of English movies in the cinema since I was a grade 6 child because I really like to increase my knowledge of English and enjoy the real value of movies.
Do you think that watching foreign films with English subtitles can make people learn English more effectively?
Yes, of course. That makes us understand the language of that country and we know how to use words in the correct way. For example, in Vietnamese, we say time will answer, but in English, this meaning should be said time will tell.
What is collocation in your opinion?
In my opinion, collocation is the combination of words which can be used together. For example, when we talk about rain as a noun, there are some adjectives which are able to go with it, such as drenching, pouring, soft, gentle, to name but a few.
Okay, do you think that collocation can help learners produce natural sounding speech and writing?
Yes, of course. The more collocation you know, the more natural sounding speech and writing you have. If you don't know collocation well, you can make your own language, and this can be hard for the native speakers to understand you fully.
In your opinion, how to make your English more native speaker like?
For me, first, you should have a great input of the language of English. You should do a lot of listening and reading. Besides, you can also watch English movies because the movies will show you different contexts. Second, you should do a lot of practice about the output of the language of English. You ought to write more often and practice more speaking by yourself, with your friend, with your tutor, or your foreign friends.
Okay, perfect. And from now, we will start part 2. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.